We begin tonight with the deadly fear of AIDS, and this time that fear is aimed at the thousands of Haitians who have come to this country. In a massive protest today, 50,000 marchers, many of them Haitians, converged on Lower Manhattan, even shutting down the Brooklyn Bridge. Their anger is aimed at a new federal policy prohibiting Haitians from giving blood.
For about 3 hours, the Brooklyn Bridge was closed to traffic with backups for miles along the BQE.
Peace, black family. So one of the questions that I get a lot is, was it really that bad being a Haitian in the 80s and the 90s? And from the opening video, yes, you can see it was pretty bad. White supremacy was up to its old tricks, and it had stigmatized Haitians as being an ethnic group of the African race that carried AIDS. Now, this was done, obviously, we should all have studied Memoranda 46 by now from top to bottom, and we know there are tricks of divide and conquer. So, you know, this whole stigmatization of Haitian people having AIDS coming to America was one of the biggest reasons why African Americans and Haitians had a feud or disagreement or whatever you want to call it for so long in the United States, right? And what a lot of people don't know is how AIDS actually made it to Haiti in the first place, right? Because Haitians lived on that island since the 1800s, 1700s. There were no signs of AIDS. These are the healthiest people that you can think of as far as, you know, immune deficiencies, right? And so AIDS was actually brought to Haiti. A lot of people may not know, in 1963, there was a hurricane that hit Haiti. And in white supremacist fashion, white people flocked to Haiti to provide some form of aid, right?
Haiti gets help from outside sources. While the United States no longer sends money to the nation, it does contribute funds and personnel to a malaria control program, said to be the largest such project in the world. UNICEF, CARE, the United Nations, and the Pan American Health Organization are also greatly involved. The work consists mainly of dispatching men into the country to take blood tests from the natives and issue them malaria-depressant drugs in pill form. Some Haitians object, most are familiar with the procedure and offer no resistance.
And at that same time in Tuskegee, in 1932 to 1972, they were doing the Tuskegee experiment on African Americans, where they were purposely giving them syphilis and acting like they were bringing some form of treatment for what they called dirty blood, right? And so in 1963, they brought that same style of Tuskegee experiment, you know, stuff to Haiti, right? And this is what Baino Bello talks about when she says,
if we say we're serious about growing, if we say we're serious about going to war, you have to know what's happening in every part of your world. Don't sit here, I'm a black American, I'm living in Newark, New Jersey. Well, New York, I have no problem in Newark, New Jersey, we're okay. We have a nice mayor. No, we've got to become involved. Because whatever they're doing to us in Haiti, whatever they did in Zaire, in Lomé, in Ghana, it's coming to you, brother. It's coming your way, if it's not already there.
We must always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. We must know what's going on in this world, because what they were doing in Tuskegee from 1932 until 1972, they brought to Haiti in 1963 and started giving out these vaccine shots for malaria. But if anyone knows, as African people, we have an immune system that can fight off malaria, because we have small cases of sickle cell within us. Sickle cell anemia actually fights off malaria, right? But getting back to the whole point. So these Europeans actually brought AIDS to Haiti. And then a decade later, when we come to the United States, they begin to use this propaganda. Oh, Haitians have AIDS.
We recovered HIV gene sequences from 5 of these early cases from Haitian immigrants in Miami. And these were dated to the early 1980s. And so these were early time points. And with those, we then added more than 100 related strains from the US, Haiti, many countries around the world.
these protests were a real big deal in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, you see what New York looked like, but it was such a big deal in the black community, African community, that it even made it on an episode of one of my favorite shows.
What happened to you?
My king, behold the woman that you fell in love with.
What are you doing after the march?
Whatever you want. Hello, Lust in the Dust Central. Hi, Professor. Yeah? Well, I was just Okay. Yes, sir. An hour? Yes. Okay, bye. Oh, honey, that was my professor, and he needs me. I mean, I know the Haitians need me. I mean, I know the Haitians need me. I mean, I know the Haitians need me.
Cool. Don't sweat it.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll try to get there before it's over.
Don't worry
People
about it.
United will never be defeated.
Who's just your lawyer to get you out of here? Pretty slick, huh? Hi, let's go.
I can't go, baby. I gotta stay. I mean, this is for the cause. It's a struggle, you know? Haiti. Haiti. Haiti.
With that being said, we must learn. We must know our history from Tuskegee to Haiti to Ghana. What they do to us in Jamaica, in Haiti, in Georgia, they're going to do to us somewhere else, right? And a lot of people don't know this history. They don't know that in 1963, you know, these Europeans were in Haiti giving out free vaccines. And then all of a sudden, AIDS pops up almost everywhere in Haiti, right? Same thing with Africa. They begin to go into Africa and give out these free vaccines, and then bam, an explosion. Where you had a group of people who lived on this planet for millions of years without AIDS, without any form of diseases. But right when these Europeans come with their form of medication and healing and, you know, bam, Africa AIDS'd out, Haiti AIDS'd out, Caribbean AIDS'd out, black community AIDS'd out. But when we do our history, we see the first Europeans, the first case of AIDS, right, was in the homosexual community. And it was in a white gay flight attendant. So how did these things just end up popping up in African places? Well, we've been living for millions of years without any diseases and AIDS and things like that. But I'm just a hateful black Negro. I just don't want anything from white people. All right? So until next time, family. Think black, stay black, love black, support black, and that's real African black power.
Drug Administration says they can't give blood in this country because of the threat of AIDS. Well, the Haitians say that's discriminatory, racist, and they're not going to accept that ruling lying down. So today they stood up and marched.